Right. You was all asking for it. Well, some of you were asking for it. Well, no one really asked for it. But we're doing it anyway. I know I said in the last video we're going to do 3 laps, but I thought we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to do the GP circuit and the full Nordschlife NURBURGRING race. So obviously, just so the replay doesn't cut out, we're going to have 2 laps of an even bigger circuit. So yeah, this is going to be huge. Obviously no pit stops this time, but we're still running the same setup. We've still got unbeatable difficulty. We're not limiting aggression. We're at an 85% power cap, and everyone else is running at 100%. So there we go. This is a non-championship race. The championship is all over now for season 1, but I thought we couldn't leave Europe without hitting this track at least once. I know we did the GP loop, but whilst we was there, we all talked about it. Well, some of us talked about it. Well, a few of us. I talked about it. So yeah, we're going to race the Nürburgring Nordschleife circuit. Let's see how this goes. So, this looks quite promising. We're starting up in 4th position. I can see a Merc going straight for the inside, but we're going to cover that right away. We'll remember what happened last time we was here. And we're going backwards anyway. Obviously the circuit doesn't go that way, guys. Everyone wants to go that way. We've gone miles off. Oh no, it's carnage, it's chaos. It doesn't matter because it's a non-championship race, but what on earth happened there? It's almost like it was a wet circuit. So somehow we've managed to stay in 5th position throughout all that carnage. We've got someone trying to come down the inside of us now, but I don't think we're going to allow that, are we? We're going to give them a little bit of racing room anyway. Short shift up through the corner. Remember, we're still on the GP circuit at this point. As soon as we hit the latter part of the track, it's going to get much tighter, much twistier, and we're going to be in a bit of trouble. But we brake hard, cut into the chicane. Somebody's getting a little bit out of shape through there, I think. Which, if we had the power, you know, we could probably take advantage of, but we don't. So we're coming flying up the back straight now into the very tight chicane, and then it's going to be on to the GP loop. Still looking to make... Oh! We made such a move that the Mercedes got so out of shape that he went off. So that puts us up into P4 as we enter the Nordschleife. Dun, dun, dun. Turn 1, okay. Yeah, it's so bumpy out here. It's like, yes, here's a nice smooth racetrack for you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chuck you onto some country roads out back. Yes, that'll work. Go race there as well. Maximum focus is required for this. And I'm not doing too great so far, but again, the tyres are not up to temperature yet. The car's very jittery. If you remember what it was like at Prague, how this car really doesn't like bumpy tracks. Yeah, we all remember how that one ended, as we keep it pretty much flat through there. There's a little bit of a lift as we went over the bumps, but keeping it flat. You can see me wrestling the steering wheel here as we go over the bumps. I'm keeping a very firm grip on this. because if the car goes, that's it, race over. This is only 2 laps, remember. And we are currently P4, and I feel like they're keeping good pace with the cars ahead. I don't want to let them get too far ahead in the lead. Even though it's a non-championship race, we're all racers at the end of the day, we still want to win. But I thought was very late on the brakes there, and he's really shut the door on us. Ow! That one, yeah, stewards might need having a look at. But we're still there. I don't think he expected us to be there, but we're still there. We'll try and take this flat as we go around the outside. We've got an amazing move done there. If we can keep it on the track, we can't. We've gone a little bit wide now. Oh, and those curves are not forgiving as you come back onto the track. But thankfully, kept it out of the wall. That would have been an incredible move if it stuck, but it was not to be. The thing is, you don't really race around the Nordschlife. You do your track days and stuff. I think there's still some racing that goes on, but not much that I know of, so I don't really know where the overtaking places are. And I can imagine, just like in Le Mans, the place I just tried to overtake probably wasn't an overtaking place. But I made it an overtaking place, so yeah, climbing back up to the hill, over the crest, down the hill. We've got a fairly long hairpin coming up now as we head on to one of the faster sections of the Nordschlife circuit. Just got to watch out for those curves because they will spit you out into that wall out there, and that is not fun. Be able to keep it flat pretty much all the way down to the next hairpin. Might need some lift, but we're keeping it flat. This Ford GT seems to be keeping it flat as well, as does the Ferrari behind us. Hold on, straight into the back of him. I definitely could have carried more speed through there. Oh, and I've definitely carried more speed through there, and that's it, up the inside. And up into the podium positions now. Just can't quite carry the speed around there. A bit out of shape. Right, so... Oh! Oh! That's really not gone well. We touched the curb on the way into the carousel there whilst jumping on the brakes. And that threw us right out of shape. Brakes through here. Maximum concentration as we come down to the YouTube corner. I don't know why, whenever you see some NURBURGRING fails on YouTube, it's normally at this section of the track. Understandably so, it is incredibly difficult. Try and get back on the power as quickly as possible. It's a little bit tighter than it looks. Right, so I found the wall. Still going. Little downshift there. Gonna try and keep it planted, but it's not working for us. Oh, no. This is all over the place at the moment. It's not going well. We're just trying to carry a bit too much speed through some of these corners. Not really giving the track the respect it deserves. But you can see why this track is so difficult, but also so admired to drive and to race. Head on to the very long back straight now. We're close to what I believe is the Viper ahead of us, and hopefully I can pick up enough of the slipstream to stay close. We're actually gaining as we head down here, surprisingly so. 0.7, 0.6. We've got a fantastic slipstream as we come up the hill. Really, the Viper doesn't quite have the power. We're going to look for a move down the inside. We're already alongside him. We're ahead of him before we even get to the bridge. That is impressive, and we're up into P2 now. And it's one of the harder parts of the track to come out of this corner. And now back on to the GP loop. One more lap. That first lap was 9 minutes long. That was immense. Hopefully we can chuck together a slightly faster lap this time round as we try and outbrake the Viper into turn 1. We've got the inside into turn 2. That's a very slow turn 2. Just get a little bit out of shape there, but I feel like, yep, we've kept the position. We're 1.4 seconds ahead. Now we can actually get our head down and focus on the race. And obviously we didn't actually win here in the championship. We had a very good race from what I remember. So around the GP loop we're pretty strong. It seems around the Nordschlife we're on par with everyone. I don't really know. We found the wall a couple of times. Obviously just pushing it a little bit much on the first lap. But here we go now. Down the straight. Hopefully we can keep the Ferrari at bay behind us. Over the curbs. Chicane. A little bit of tyre smoke on exit there, doesn't hurt anyone. And now we're back off onto the Nordschlife again. It doesn't seem so scary this time around because there's not as many cars around us and we've got a little bit more room to breathe. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that there is still a car ahead of us and I still want to win. I just know slightly better where the limits are now. Almost. This is tough. Yeah, that sigh of relief was because I was holding my breath through that entire section. Again, we're going to keep it mostly flat through there as long as we can stay off of the grass, which gives us a huge advantage over the other cars that don't quite have the same balls. Big balls, as James Hunt once said. Into the hairpin, going down from 6th to 2nd to get a really nice exit. We're going to short shift halfway through. So we get some really good drive out of the hairpin and down the hill. And would you believe it's that Lamborghini that we was chasing down on the last lap at Le Mans for 4th place. And that was at Le Mans and we still got messy. I'm just going to bide my time a little bit actually because I don't need to push it that much here. You can kind of see. Oh, double shift, didn't need to do that. You can kind of see my front tyres are starting to go already on the graphic. But a much better line through there this time now. We're not on the grass, we're not going for the walls. We're staying on the grey stuff, placing ourselves behind the Lamborghini, waiting to make a move. I feel like it will come much later in the lap, because if we make it now, that just gives him more opportunity to re-overtake us again. Oh, it's very off camber through there, and the car did not like it at all. I'm going to bring up some graphics here on the screen just to show how much the tyres are already worn after a lap and a half of this Nürburgring circuit. Obviously I know we've been racing for 14 minutes now, which in a normal race I probably would have pitted by now, but even then I think we've gone longer into races without pitting, and our tyres have not been anywhere near as bad as this. So it just goes to show how challenging the circuit is, not only for the car but for the tyres, for the driver as well. Can't imagine what this is like in real life, but even on the sim, like it's a challenge, like mentally and physically. Maybe we can look to do a move the same place we got the GT last lap. Maybe down into the hairpin before we get to the carousel. I think this is looking likely. But quite a bit of a shut on us there. I'm going to let it go for now. But again, just composing ourselves, taking our time, a little bit of patience. Not crashing into the carousel this time. Pretty well to keep it in the bolt. Again, you even so much as brush some of these curves and it wants to spit you out the other way. Like so. He barely grazed that curve on the way into that corner. Okay, alright, things are starting to get difficult, I think. And we've hit the wall. We've kept second just. But yeah, I was about to say I am really losing grip now. So I think if we're going to make a move, it's now is the time to push. See, running just a little bit wider when we're not carrying that much more speed through the corners. Right, time to focus. See, I'm being a little bit more respectful of the curves and the track now. Keep it pretty planted through there. Oh, this is bumpy, but you've got to keep it flat. I did not expect to make a move here, but that was clean. We was coming in so hot. I think the Lamborghini kind of knew that and backed off. Just keeping it absolutely planted, or has he sold us a dummy and he's now going to get past us again on the straights where we've got no hope of staying ahead. 85% power decrease, but we've got a 1.2 second gap to the car behind. 6.1 seconds faster this lap, which I find quite impressive. I think that Lamborghini is getting closer and closer, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get the move done. He's looking for it. I'm going to block off the inside because this is the last few corners of the final lap. You can hear him on the outside, he's still behind me. Coming into the braking zone now. If he wanted to make that move, it's not happening. This could be a last minute sprint to the line. keep it planted as much as we can through here. I think we've got away with it. There's a very long run down to the line now. The car's screaming away. Less than half a second in it, but across the line, and we win. Round the Nordschlife in just under 9 minutes is our fastest lap. 8 minutes 59.93. The only other car to do it was the Nismo GTR. The Jaguar XK. The Jaguar XK was very fast. That lap, you must have had a bit of clean air. Wow then. What do you think of that for a race? That was very fun. I enjoyed that. Non-championship, so it doesn't count, but that was well worth the challenge, and I'm glad that the overtake went smoothly. We had a couple of offs. I managed to keep the car going. The tyres were completely gone. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.